Hovercraft time. So this is a board I've loved for years, and I just think it's just such a fun board. It's stiff, it's mean, but it's not so mean. It's less mean than the flagship. And I rode this today, you know, against a few different boards. Actually, I rode these two mainly back to back, and then I just threw in a little sampler here. Oh, I think I can do it, yes. I just threw in a sampler just from the Nidecker group here to kind of give you an idea of, I love comparing, I love contrasting. I think that's the best way to understand a board's personality. And man, I think of these three, the two that really just, you know, for lack of a better word, tickled my taint were the Hovercraft and the S Optimistic. They both had very fun, unique personalities. The Hovercraft really wants to kind of just, you know, straight line a little more, but still likes a good carve. You know, just loves to float and bomb, and they, you know, sit on top of powder. I've ridden this for many years, and you know, I mainly borrow these boards from the Nidecker group to kind of just compare all three. And I know we already did kind of an extensive review of the Ultracraft, but I've never been able to ride the Ultracraft and then ride the Jones Hovercraft back to back in the same conditions and kind of test them out in hard snow in the morning and kind of middle snow in the afternoon. And I gotta say, here's the weird thing. I thought I would like this board, the Ultracraft, a little better than the Hovercraft, but instead I didn't. I liked the Hovercraft a little better than the Ultracraft. I liked the slightly softer flex. I felt this was a little more poppy and dynamic, but this was also a little more like unforgiving and mean. But here's the weirdest thing. I don't know why. Maybe it's the, you know, there's a much more pronounced lift off the tail with this one than this one. I think they both have it, but for some reason they're both set up almost exactly the same way. I think the stance is exactly, it's very close. I think they're both like, are they, Steph?
The stance looks
yeah.
like the left is a little higher up.
The this one or this one?
Oh, sorry, my left.
Oh, okay.
It's hard to tell though, because they're
yeah,
out, you know?
But it was pretty close in terms of stance width was the same, I know for sure. And I think that like the setback on board was very close. And I had more fun. You know, maybe the Ultra, we're kind of on a downhill too. We're kind of on a slope. So maybe this looks a little higher, but they're really close. Maybe within 0.75 or the same. But the one thing I thought was that this was just a little more fun to carve, a little more fun to ride, a little more fun to turn. They're both very close. And if you want a board with carbon fiber in it, so it has more longevity of flex, a little stiffer, a little faster, a little more aggressive, a little closer to the flagship and the carbon flagship, then, but with that, you know, surfy Hovercraft kind of style ride, then yeah, you could go Ultracraft. But I think a lot of people, I think, you know, 8 out of 10 riders would go for the Hovercraft. And I'm one of those guys, I would not spend more money to get this. And I think it's fun because I feel like the Optimistic, when you compare those two, like two good ride favorites, you know, when you get the Optimistic going, it's got a tighter turning radius. It really likes to circle carve better than this, but this likes to carve across the groomer. big wide carves better. This likes to point and go faster better. This likes to do bank slaloms better. Both aren't quick edge to edge, but they both have a different personality when the side cuts are engaged. This starts to turn a tighter, faster circle, and this likes more of a long, drawn out turn. And you know, this likes to straight line. This can straight line too, but this is way more at home. This is a slightly softer flex, a little more friendly and uneven snow, but neither of them are champions there. And so all in all, you know, the Jones Hovercraft, I just love how it continuously evolves and gets a little better. It's gotten a little touch softer over the years from the first few years when it was over at GST. Now that it's at SWS, it's got a little more mellow ride, but it's still just good times. And just stoked to always get on this and stoked to have it. There you have it.